All right, we've got G-Man in Jersey City. How are you?
I'm good. I spoke to Matt Dillahunty on my YouTube channel not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing, Matt?
I'm all right. You had promised to call today, and when all the lines were full and there was Atheist on there, I thought maybe it was you, but it wasn't. So what have you got for us?
Well, I would like to present my my evidence for the existence of God.
I will be happy to let you do that, but I have one quick question ahead of time. Have you changed your position on the Bible and slavery?
I'm aware that many people believe that God supports slavery in the Bible, and He even tells the people how to deal with slaves. But I think there's a misconception about slavery in the Bible versus the slavery that you see going on in the transatlantic trade.
Okay, stop, because not only did I give you this information, I specifically addressed it. If the Bible says you can own people as property, is it moral or immoral to own people as property?
God says no, it is not.
Okay, stop. Hang on just a second. It sounded to me like you said that whether or not it's moral depends on what God says. So if God says slavery's okay, then slavery's okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let you give your...
But let me say this, though. But let me say this. Please let me say this. There is no commandment in the Bible where God says, thou shalt have slaves.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm going to go ahead and let you make your argument for the existence of God. But you might, after we had this conversation and after you looked it up, you are so desperate to make excuses that you will sacrifice your humanity and your morality and say, nope, slavery might have been all right if God said so. That is absolutely disgusting. But I'm going to let you go ahead and...
Let's consider something for a moment, though. Let's consider something a moment since we're on the slavery issue and whatnot, okay? You saw the video I made concerning slavery amongst the Hebrews and whatnot.
Yes, right? I saw you say that the people who disagree with you are wrong and don't know the Bible. And then when I offered you the verses and made the arguments, now your position has changed to, well, if God says it's okay, then it's okay. You're not even willing to admit that you're not even willing to admit that you were wrong about what the book says before.
But there's a difference.
No, it's not. My point is my point is that you will not admit that you were wrong about what you said when you were wrong and demonstrated to be wrong. Instead, you change your argument to be that if God says it's okay, then it's okay.
No, actually, if you remember the comment that you left, it was me saying that I should have gave a more exhaustive example about what slavery was.
Yes, and I find that to be G-Man. I find that to be completely dishonest too, because saying you should have given a more exhaustive treatment does not do anything to change the fact that you were wrong. Demonstrably wrong.
And you will let me get a word in and I can explain why.
I tell you what. I tell you what. Whether or not you get another word in depends on the next things that you say. Go ahead.
Concerning the whole thing with slavery again, the video that I made, I primarily focused on the slaves that the Hebrews had amongst their own people and whatnot, which was done because a lot of them couldn't support themselves for economic reasons.
And you don't think it's G-Man?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
You don't think it's dishonest to only focus on Hebrew slaves and claim what you said was the Bible says you have to let slaves go after 7 years, and what I showed you was that you were only talking about Hebrews who owned other Hebrew slaves because that rule only applied to fellow Jews. You portrayed it as the Bible's position on slavery when in fact it was the Bible's position on Jews. It was a special set of circumstances for them, and it includes a loophole by which you can enslave them forever. And you don't find that it was dishonest to say that?
Wait a minute. There is no loophole. There is no loophole in the Bible that says that
I'll bet you a paycheck.
That's how you interpreted it.
No.
But can I present my evidence?
No, actually, you can't present a damn thing just yet because I already provided you the passage. I'm not even going to look it up. It's Exodus 21, and after it says that you must let them go after serving 7 years, it says if they came in with a wife, that wife leaves to them. But if you gave them a wife, and they come to you and say, I don't want to leave my wife. You then take them before the elders of the town and they say, I love my master and I want to stay with my master. You drive a spike through the air to mark that they are yours and they become your property forever. The Bible describes exactly how you can enslave your fellow Jews forever. And that is get them single and marry them off because their wives and their kids remain your property if they didn't come into the slave situation with them. That, my friend, is an absolute loophole, which I already told you about.
You are going to disagree on.
Then you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong, and you're done. It is blatantly written there, word for word. Move on to your argument for the existence of God.
Okay, so we all agree to disagree on the slavery.
No, you're done. Bye. This is not agreeing to disagree. I'm going to pull up the passage right here, and I'm going to read it to you. Exodus. Come here, computer. Exodus 21. Because I want to make sure that I don't misrepresent it. Because what you did, for those people who are interested, G-Man has a channel where he tries to make excuses for the Bible and slavery by saying, well, slavery wasn't like that. It was just indentured servitude. No, it wasn't. Slavery isn't like that. The Bible says you got to let them go after 7 years. No, it wasn't. You were absolutely dishonest in everything that you said about there. I provided you the verses and gave you ample opportunity to be prepared for this before you walked onto this show today, where I said I would embarrass you if you did not acknowledge that you were being dishonest. If you buy a Hebrew servant, Exodus 21:2, if you buy a Hebrew servant, he's yours for 6 years, but in the 7th year he shall go free without paying anything. If he comes alone, he is to go free alone. But if he has a wife when he comes, she is to go with him. If his master gives him a wife, and she bears him sons or daughters, the woman and her children shall belong to her master, and only the man shall go free. But if the servant declares, I love my master and my wife and my children, and do not want to go free, then his master must take him before the judges. He shall take him to the door of the doorpost and pierce his ear with an awl. Then he will be the servant for life. You, sir, are dishonest and unwelcome to call back in until you acknowledge that.